Hey, this is Walter Jones.
This is Austin St. John.
And you're listening to
Ranger Danger.
In the podcasting life, they must fight to survive. Shackled by the chains of the past. They're the biggest of geeks, cause they watch every week. Subscribe to see if they can last. Go, go, Ranger Danger. We can't ever stop. Go, go, Ranger Danger. Podcast till we drop, probably forever. Yeah, whatever. Ranger Danger, Ranger Danger, Ranger Danger, Ranger Danger, Ranger Danger Dino Charge.
Welcome once again to Ranger Danger Dino Charge. That's the podcast where we watch an episode of the TV series Power Rangers Dino Charge. Then after that, Michael and I, we talk at each other about it. Not with each other. We don't like to share ideas. It's very confrontational.
It is.
We just yell at each other.
It works.
It does work. Today we're going to be watching episode number 8. Is that right, Michael?
It is episode number 8, or episode 788.
Of all Power Rangers, that's right. And it's called Double Ranger, Double Danger.
Yep. Do
you think we'll be getting some sort of like clone of a Ranger?
I'm personally hoping we get an appearance from 2 Australian podcast hosts.
All right. We have a website, www.rangerdangerpodcast.com.
Yep.
If you want to send us an interweb mail, shoot that through to rangerdangerpodcast@gmail.com. If you're a fan of the Twitters, you can send us a Twitter tweet at RangerDcast. We're also on Facebook and iTunes and Stitcher and YouTube and Google+.
Tune in.
Not Spotify. Don't go to Spotify. You won't find us there.
I thought there was something else, but that might be all.
We have a shop.
RangerDangerPodcast.com/shop,
where you can buy mugs and shirts.
Yep.
And like shower curtains.
Oh, we can't do. Can you stop telling people we do shower curtains?
You started that. That's not my fault.
I just haven't uploaded anything, and it needs to be big for a shower curtain.
Before we start talking about this week's episode,
we should mention actually before we get to that, it's the mid-season finale.
It is, yeah.
Which is a little disappointing.
Yeah, I guess. I've got a lot going on in my life and I needed the break. So
that's certainly true, but I wouldn't have minded another episode or two.
Yeah, I get that. So does that mean the other half of the season will be 12 episodes long and it'll be sort of divvied up?
It certainly appears to be that way.
Okay.
So that'll probably come back in August, September, something like that. That's historically when it's come back.
Yeah.
But they obviously won't announce that date for a long time yet.
Yeah. So we'll still be here doing Mighty Morphin Ranger Danger.
We'll keep that on Saturdays.
Yep. And we'll try and do a few extra bonus episodes over that period. But obviously, Ranger Danger Dino Charge will be on hiatus as the show is, basically.
Yep. Unless anything like super cool happens and we, I don't know, have to talk about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
There might be something cool.
Potentially. Look, I'm not going to rule it out.
Yeah. We got some emails.
We did. Let's reach into the space dumpster. Michael, do you want to get these ones out?
Oh, I was not prepared for this. I went to the gym this morning. It was... Oh, gee. Yeah, all right. There you go.
You got it? Yeah. All right. Okay. This first one is from Mr. Jack Zimmer.
Howdy, Jack.
Hey, Jack. I'm not going to read this one out, but basically he's asking about why so many ex-Power Rangers have signed on to this not Power Rangers Kickstarter film, even if it's not Kickstarter, it's crowd-funded film, when they couldn't get nearly as many Rangers for the Legendary Battle.
Sure. So let's talk about this independent Power Rangers movie, because we talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's got, when we're recording this, it's got 5 days left. Yep. So by the time this goes out, there's probably 2 or 3. It's made just over $10,000, which is a lot of money, but certainly is nowhere near the $200,000 that they were going for.
No, that's only 5% of what they were hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't work that out on your own, did you? It's written on the screen.
That's right.
Yeah.
I don't math.
No, I know that's... Yeah. So I guess I can think of a couple of reasons why one and not the other.
Yep.
The first would be that committing to be in this video for this teaser is in no way necessarily a commitment to be in a film.
Yep.
So it's really easy to say, yeah, I'll sit there for 30 seconds and shoot a promo. But committing to going to New Zealand for a couple of days and having to stay somewhere and, you know, actually film a TV show, it's a lot more work.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big sort of distinctions there, I think, is probably location.
Yeah.
The vast majority of the X-Rangers live in America, specifically probably Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Whereas Power Rangers currently shoots in New Zealand, which is a much bigger deal to sort of get to for most people.
Absolutely.
And I imagine, too, it's doing a sort of what is basically a fan film, even if it's made by Rangers, is a bit different than doing paid work, sort of from a contractual standpoint.
Yep.
And it's one thing to say, all right, I'll do this fan film for basically no money. But if you say, I'm willing to do the Legendary Battle for basically no money, which from what I can tell is what they were asking, that sets a bad sort of precedent sort of for your career.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there's a few different reasons. But as Michael said, I also don't think we should take it as gospel that the people that appeared in that trailer would appear in the film. Yeah. Because at no point do they say that. No. You know, they just sort of appear on screen and say, hey, you should donate to this. Not, hey, I'm going to be in this movie.
I also do think Saban fucked up the Legendary Battle into the extent of inviting other Rangers. Yeah. Apparently the email that they sent out just said, Dear Power Ranger. They didn't address it to the specific people they were sending it to. Yeah. You know, they invited some people and then apparently uninvited them. Yeah. It's just... I mean, I don't understand how you could possibly mismanage that badly.
It was a hot mess. Like a properly hot mess.
I mean, I sort of understand you don't want anybody to feel like they were the second choice. So you don't really want to, like, send a batch of emails out. And then when those people say no, send a second batch of emails out. Because those guys are all on the convention circuit. They're all going to go, hey, did you get this email? No. Oh, well, I'm not going to go in if... like, I'm the third option for a Green Ranger. Yeah. But also, at the same time, I feel like everyone would understand that. You know, like, as an actor, you're not always going to be the first choice. And sometimes you are just going to get stuff because other people have said no.
But I think there's a difference, like, a distinction to be made there between going for a role... and not getting it because someone else is getting it. Sure. Or being invited to play a character that is your character. Yes. And then being told, no, actually, you're not going to do that. And I think, too, the New Zealand thing comes into it. If you're planning to go to New Zealand and you've, like, sort of locked away a week of your life to travel around the globe and then they're like, actually, no, we're not doing that, that is annoying.
Yeah, I don't understand. It feels to me like surely you could shoot that bit in a quarry in LA somewhere. Yeah. And then everybody can travel and it takes like 3 hours. I don't know. It's too late. Yeah. They're not going to get wrong the MMPR Dino Charge crossover. It's going to happen and it's going to be perfect.
I'm worried that you're going to set yourself up for...
Look, there's 18 months left in which it could happen, right? I'm going to hold out hope until then.
Well, I think... the dual problem there is, like, A, it might not happen, and B, it might happen but might be terrible.
I don't think that's possible.
We'll see.
Judlin's done 8 episodes so far, and they've all been infinitely better than the previous 40 episodes of the show.
I agree 100%, but I feel like at that level, when you're having, like, a big crossover like that, that would involve more Saban oversight and control, I feel like. And then the potential for things going pear-shaped skyrockets.
Got to keep hope, Matt.
All right.
Hope.
Don't stop believing, Michael. Hold on to that feeling.
That's often been said about me.
All right. Another email. Are you going to get this one out too?
I got that. No, it's underneath it. I got it out.
Cool. Okay, thank you. Okay, this one's from Kenny. Now, Kenny was sharing his dream for what the new Power Rangers reboot movie could be.
It's about 12,000 words long.
It's extensive, and it's great. I'm not going to read it out in the show, though, just because that would chew up, like, 5 to 10 minutes.
About 3 hours.
Kenny, if you're happy to do this, send us through an email and let us know, and we might chuck it up on Facebook or something so everyone can read it. But yeah, we won't read it down now. But at the end, he asks us what we would want from the Power Rangers reboot if we sort of had, whatever we wanted happen.
Starting to get a little nervous that we haven't heard anything about a director, by the way.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, what do you think, Michael?
I think my dream, assuming that it is an MMPR reboot, and I don't know that that's ever actually been officially confirmed, is for them to actually keep it really simple. I don't think, don't go to Lord Zed, maybe don't even go to the Green Ranger yet. Just, 5 kids getting powers from a head in a tube, getting their giant robots, beating the shit out of a giant monster or two. I think that's plenty.
Yeah.
And this is a show, this show is insane. We all have to, agree. It's about a witch on the moon who makes monsters get large. There's a lot of buy-in required. So I think the simpler you keep it, the easier it will be for people to get on board.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I guess what I want, and this is really solidified for me, having seen that Katie Sackhoff a big film, what I really want is something that leans into the crazy.
Yes.
Even more so maybe than the show.
Yeah.
I want something, if we could get, this is really sort of blue skying it.
Sure.
But getting Edgar Wright to direct it.
Yep.
And having it just be like this, incredibly bright colours everywhere, over the top, no basis in reality.
I do think Power Rangers is one of those franchises where you have to commit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you try and go, no, there's a witch on the moon, but it all makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. There's no part of this franchise that makes sense.
Yeah.
Up to and including the giant robots that they get in that are shaped like dinosaurs. It's nonsense. And I think you have to just go, yeah, they've got giant dinosaur robots. And everybody else has to be willing to go, okay, they've got giant dinosaur robots, that's fine.
Yeah.
There's a head in the tube and he's got a robot and, yeah, that's fine. And then, provided you're internally consistent, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
People have to be willing to buy into the premise, but if they're not, this is not the movie for them.
But I think, Scott Pilgrim, for example, shows that as long as the characters buy the rules of the world, you buy the rules of the world.
Absolutely.
As long as you commit to it and don't second guess yourself by trying to justify things.
Yes.
It's never going to be like Batman Begins.
No.
Batman's a character where you can just, if you really work at it, base it in some level of reality. This isn't that.
No.
It's so far beyond the pale that I think, and it's not only about it being effective, but what makes Power Rangers fun is that it's so crazy.
Yep.
It's bonkers. And yeah, I want something that really leans into that.
I think harping on Pacific Rim is unnecessary.
Yeah.
But I think that's the movie they need to make.
See, to me, that's probably even a bit too much on the realistic side.
Right.
I appreciate how cool, the robots were. And the tone of that movie was really good, because it didn't take itself too seriously. But it was still reasonably grounded.
Sure. You're forgetting the part where they get flown up into space and then a sword comes out of the arm and it cuts off the wings and then it just falls down.
No, look, I'm with you, and I loved that film.
Okay, the only time in 22 years of my life that I have watched a movie and yelled out loud. Because, oh man, I just love that bit with the sword.
It's really good. But yeah, I think sort of...
Sure.
Bright colours, really Japanese.
Yep.
That'd be my dream.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
It'd be nice if they'd say something about it. They've announced a release date. It's too late for them to change their mind.
I hope it's taking so long because they're still negotiating with Edgar Wright to have him direct the film.
Even if it turns out that it's taking so long because they're doing multiple passes on the script because they want to get it right, fine. Delay it as long as you need.
Yeah.
I just hope it's not delayed because there's an executive going but how do we give them guns?
Oh no, that'd be bad. Alright, one last email. It reads, Dear Matt and Michael, I'm not sure how often your podcasts receive letters from world-famous celebrities, but my name is Tom Cruise.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Have we heard of Tom Cruise?
It rings a bell.
Is he the one in those Impossible Mission movies?
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
He says, "You may know me from such films as Days of Thunder, War of the Worlds, and that one with Nicole Kidman, where I'm Irish or something." I love that one.
I don't know what I genuinely don't know what movie that is.
You know, the one where he's Irish with Nicole
No,
Kidman.
I don't know what movie that is.
I'm writing in concerning some misconceptions you two seem to have concerning the Scientology faith.
What movie is that? I don't...
You know, the Irish one. with
No,
Nicole
I
Kidman.
really don't know.
Well, go on IMDb and look up Irish one with Nicole Kidman. One of you...
BMX Bandits?
One of you remarked that our religious beliefs were made up in the 1950s. Not so. You criticise our religion for its sci-fi elements, but I'm afraid we're dealing with historical fact. As revealed to L. Ron Hubbard, our history goes back 10,000 years, when Zordon of Eltar imprisoned Rita Repulsa in a space dumpster on the moon through simply winning a coin toss. Zordon built a command center on Earth above the location of the Zeo crystals and recruited a robot assistant named John Travolta. Anyway, you're all going to be sorry you said such mean things when Scientology is the only thing standing between your cities and giant, weirdly specifically themed monsters, which is totally going to happen. Also, expect to be served with court documents concerning our full-on lawsuit against your podcast. Our attorneys are named Dark Matt and Michael. Fuck, I hate those guys.
Yeah, they're like us, but with cooler beards.
And will be arriving at your doors in gimp suits shortly. Regards, Tom Cruise. Well, that was a bit aggressive, but thanks for your email, Tom.
I just had a terrifying idea.
Yeah.
What if they make Alpha 5 into like a quirky robot sidekick? And
He is a quirky
and he
robot
like
sidekick.
break dances in the movie.
That's exactly what happens on the show.
Yeah, but what if they mean that seriously?
Like, I don't know. My worry is that he won't do that. And he'll be like a battle droid with machine guns for arms. I'd much prefer breakdancing to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's a tough line to walk for this show.
Yeah. That's what I mean, like, just lean in as hard as you can. Anyway, thank you for your email, Tom. I really appreciate that. And I enjoy most of your films, actually, I'd like to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that one with Cameron Diaz.
Oh, the Irish one with Nicole Kidman, apparently.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what film that is.
Shall we go watch Power Rangers Dino Charge now, Michael?
Yeah, Double Ranger Double Danger. Disappointingly, the last one for a while, but
Yeah.
hopefully it's a good one. Do you reckon clones?
Oh, I've got to expect Evil Rangers.
Yeah, sure.
Because that's kind of a trope for the show, and the names will suggest that, so... Which, that's fine. I don't mind some Evil Rangers.
Yeah, no, neither do I. Let's see, I guess.
Yep.
Ranger Danger, Ranger Danger.
Welcome back. We just watched Double Ranger, Double Danger. A few issues here, I think. First of all, there wasn't quite Double Rangers. There was 1.8 times Rangers.
Yep, fair.
And I don't think it was Double Danger. Like, maybe a bit more danger than usual, but probably not.
There was a lot more going on.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't know, the singular danger, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, can you have double danger? I would imagine danger to be like, there is danger or there isn't danger. Can you have more danger?
I think things can be more dangerous than other things.
Yeah, but then do you have more danger?
I think so.
Okay.
You can have increased levels of danger.
My favourite part was the part where it farted. I like that part.
I hate you. It made me so angry.
It did. You guys couldn't see Matt's face, which is good because it would boil oceans. Let's take that from the top, shall we?
Sure.
Alright, we've started quoting the intro now.
Yeah. So, at the start, Mr. Announcer Guy calls the Energems the greatest power in the universe.
Yep.
Which, no, the greatest power in the universe is love.
Get out.
I just wanted to clear that up.
Get out. Yeah, Matt, okay, here's my genuine argument.
Yeah.
Can the greatest power in the universe create giant dinosaur robots?
So,
yes.
metaphorically.
Can love do that?
Metaphorically. I think love is stronger than giant dinosaur robots.
Alright, well that's fine. I'll get a giant dinosaur robot and you can have as much love as you want.
I have a bit of love. I'm quite lucky like that.
Alright, well my T-Rex is going to step on you. So...
We'll see. I might be protected by love.
What are you, Harry Potter? Alright, so Sledge says, every intergalactic bounty hunter needs a girl like you. Heart-shaped.
Yeah. That's funny, but heteronormative.
Yeah.
Sometimes bounty hunters may not want a girl. Sometimes they may want a man, or someone who doesn't identify as either gender, or maybe just a creature.
Yeah. Some sort of robot.
Maybe a tree. Maybe Groot.
Sure, it would be so much better if it had Groot in it.
Yeah. Yeah, but Vin Diesel can't be in everything, Michael, sadly.
Are you sure he's in a lot of things?
Oh, look, he can be in a lot, just not everything.
Okay, sure. So, I don't... Fury and Poisandra, basically, both want Sledge to love them.
Yeah, it's definitely a love triangle, which is weird because there's two men that are, like, yeah.
Not that that's weird, but
No,
just that that's certainly weird in the context of this show.
Yeah, it's weird for children's television, is
Yes.
what I'm saying. And, like, I don't properly understand why Fury is so hot for Sledge.
No.
Um,
Especially because, I mean, from everything we've seen, he could kind of, like, strike out on his own.
Yeah.
And often does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's possible that he just loves Sledge.
Sure.
Like, and if anything, I'd be very down for that being the case, but who knows?
So, look, Fury's got a plan to get the E-Tracer, the Energem tracking device.
Yeah.
But so does Poisandra. And Sledge decides that it's her turn to give it a shot. Wasn't it her turn, like, last week or the week before?
Yeah,
She had
but
that whole thing with the cake.
but
When was
like
that?
you
How
know,
recently was that?
it's his girlfriend.
Sure. So she chooses a monster to send down.
Yeah,
Specifically choosing a cute one. That's
That's
not very cute.
No,
I mean, it's not unattractive, but
I would say it's unattractive.
Oh, it's
for
okay.
my taste. I don't know about your taste.
I don't know that it's not like repulsive to look at.
No, I don't either.
It just looks like a robot.
Yeah.
With big waffle press hands.
Waffle press?
Yeah.
They're like circular.
Yeah, it's for making spherical waffles.
Can you do that?
I don't know, but I feel like we have to try.
Kind of want spherical waffles now.
Yeah, because then they'd be like Death Stars.
Do you think spherical waffles can be like the official food of Ranger Danger?
I'm imagining them as being hollow as well.
Yeah.
So you can like pour maple syrup or whatever you like inside them.
Chocolate?
Chocolate also. That's good.
Oh, shit.
We might have to cut this out of the podcast so we can go and patent the spherical waffle press.
Oh. Yeah, alright. We'll get back to you on that one, guys.
Yeah, sure, good. Okay, then basically opening credits.
Yep.
In the opening credits, there's a shot of all the Zords.
Yes.
And all the ones we haven't seen are silhouetted.
Yeah.
Do you imagine they're going to be filled in over
course.
time? It'd be weird if it was the last episode and they're all still silhouettes and
No.
not like one giant Megazord.
They'll definitely fill them in as it goes on.
I haven't noticed that the Ankylozord has been filled in.
Yeah, I suspect when that Ranger
Yep,
sort of comes into the show, then it'll be filled in proper.
sure.
It's a weird dynamic now that it's just a thing that they have that they can call on whenever they want.
Yeah.
Like, last week, I was willing to give it to them as a one-off, as a sort of like a preview of things to come. But now that it's just like part of their arsenal, it really makes that Ranger seem redundant.
If they're going to show up and they're going to be, oh, good, we've got a Ranger, so I guess you can do the thing that we've been doing all this time.
Yeah, it's a weird dynamic.
Yeah. Okay, so they've created a new Dino Charger
Yes.
for the, I guess it's a pterosaur.
Yeah.
And so they've created the Dino Charger that would be used to control it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're using that in the E-Tracer to find it.
That's right, the Zord, not the Ranger at this stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're all out in kind of one of the many generic fields that are surrounding this town.
Yeah.
Riley and Shelby are working on that. Tyler is writing in his diary about how he's very sad.
And thinking about, sort of narrating to himself his life at the
Yeah,
moment.
he's summing up the previous 8 episodes.
Yeah, which is really weird because to me this sort of came off as a season return. It was like a scene
Yeah.
where it's like, here's everything that's happened, here's a reintroduction to the characters. And I was like, no, but we know, we were here last week, you need to do this when we come back in 6 months, not...
I mean, I guess it also though could be a like, okay, here's where we're at, season finale, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
And then when we come back, this is how things are going to have changed.
Yeah.
So, Coda's in a tree,
Yep.
and Chase is in a corner being a piece of shit.
No, Chase is in the corner being adorable.
An adorable piece of shit. That's his characterization.
He's so, like, what he's doing is he's got flowers and he's picking the pedals off and then doing the she loves me not thing. But when he gets to the end of one and gets to she loves me not, decides, fuck it, I'll move on to another girl and picks up another
He's
flower.
got a pile of flowers. Oh,
It's really good.
He's great.
I like that guy a lot.
He's a piece of shit. So Tyler says in this episode that today is June the 10th.
Yes.
That might be the first time I can ever remember of the show specifically saying this is the date of this episode.
Yeah, and it's weird because it doesn't come up.
No,
at
it's
all.
not. It's not important.
So it's just bizarre. I guess it's just sort of to give that diary format.
Yeah, he's writing in his diary, so he writes down what day it is. But
Yeah.
it's really interesting that, like, we can pinpoint the events of this episode as being June 10th, 2015.
Well, that's the
probably.
thing. It doesn't lay down the year, so
No.
it's hard to...
But about now,
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
So
So
wait, does that mean this is happening in our future?
yes, it's actually happening several months from now, which is why you haven't heard the news reports about the giant robots yet.
Right. Can we warn them?
I mean, I guess if we can find them.
Yeah, we should be like, guys,
They
take care
give- they-
of the E-Tracer. It might be stolen by doubles.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Let's get to that. Tyler misses his dad.
Yeah.
He's left-handed.
I didn't notice that.
Or at least he's writing in the diary with his left hand. He might be trying to train it up.
Yeah, you got to be strong in both hands.
He's also totally into Shelby.
Yeah. Is that a new thing? I don't...
A couple of weeks ago, there was something about them. There's
Okay.
been a couple of things in the past episodes, but this is the first time that he's gone, she's cute.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
very explicitly.
pretty on the nose.
Yeah.
But after that goes, but she's stubborn. Like, it can't be like it's just a compliment.
No. She can't be cute and stubborn.
Yeah.
Those aren't both positive traits, Matt. So that's sad for Coda,
Yeah.
because he's the only one all alone now.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, the show is clearly trying to throw us off that trail with Chase doing his girl chasing.
No, he's going to figure it out one day, Matt.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
That'd be a cute couple, Riley and Chase.
So Coda drops out of his tree
Yep.
and says, Tyler, you smell. Tyler's like, I don't smell. He's like, no, smell the air. Good joke.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all right.
Yeah.
It sort of makes me angry in retrospect because it makes me think of that thing towards the end of the episode that I hated.
It'd be nice if when we come back, Coda can talk.
Yeah,
You know, like if it's been 6 months and
he's practiced a bit.
he's just, someone said, okay, no, this is ridiculous. You've been here for like 10,000 years. Learn to put together a sentence.
Yeah.
Anyway, and at the same time as he's doing that, Kendall shoots them all a little Skype message and says, there's alien biosigns in your area. I don't know how you pick up alien biosigns. That sounds incredibly complicated.
Pretty smart lady, that Kendall, though.
Oh, sure.
She's got it together.
So they decide, they've got to protect the E-Tracer.
Yeah.
Because it can find the rest of the Dino Chargers and the gems, and it's very important.
Could I say at this point that the E-Tracer looks like a 90s router?
Yeah, sure.
Like, just a very outdated piece of technology by like 15 years, not cutting-edge Power Rangers stuff.
I mean, I imagine that it is so high-tech that it's a large, bulky box in
Right.
2015.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
If you and I were to build an E-Tracer, it'd be like the size of a room.
yeah, exactly.
But
They've managed to get it down to a briefcase.
Yeah, okay.
So there's aliens coming. They've got to keep it safe. So Tyler runs off, puts it not in the back of his truck, in a separate case on the back of his truck.
He's got like a little E-Tracer, like a rig set up on the back of
If
his truck.
someone rear ends him, the thing's gone.
So funny.
It's a terrible way to store that device.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he puts it in there. He's like, right, wait for the guys. The other 4 Rangers come. They've already morphed.
Yep.
That seems a bit suspicious.
Mm.
And they're not saying any English.
Yeah, so then he tries to talk to them, and then Chase, in quotes, just puts his finger up to his mouth and then points to drive away. And at that point I'd be like, no, hang on, what's going on? Why, there's no reason for us to whisper.
Well, yeah. So he drives away,
Yeah.
at which point his engine cuts out not far away. And so he goes to look at what's there, and someone's cut one of the wires.
Dun dun dun.
I'd have imagined that would have stopped it from starting, rather than, like, it can go a while and then stop.
I'm no mechanic, Michael.
No, neither am I. That's why I'm saying I'd imagine, rather than, if you cut the flippity gab.
Michael, don't cut the flippity gap. That's madness.
No, your car will break down and you'll be attacked by evil clone Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a nice, like, horror-y beat.
Yeah, it's well played, well shot.
He gets out of the car, lifts up the hood, goes, that's weird, gets a message. Shelby's like, you just got up and left, what the shit? He looks around the hood, there's the Pink Ranger, and then the Black Ranger just goes and becomes a Vivix.
Yeah.
Nice beat.
Yeah, it's well played. I like it.
So then behind him are Poisandra, Curio, and this episode's monster. Did you get the name of this episode's monster
No.
at any point?
No.
I'm going to look that up. Well, why don't you keep going from where we are, and I'll look that up, because it's not spoken anywhere in the episode.
Yeah, so at this point, basically what happens is they all pile on poor Tyler.
Yep.
And
Lasers,
the whole bit, and then just get off with the E-Tracer.
He's called Duplicon.
Duplicon.
Which definitely is not said in any part of the script. Which I kind of like, to be honest.
It definitely sounds like a Decepticon.
Yep, sure. But that might just be because it has con at the end.
No.
No?
No. I mean, in part, yeah, but... Duplicon! Oh, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I have no idea what happens next. So
They knock out Tyler, basically.
That's right.
They
Now, the other Rangers...
blast the shit out of him, frankly.
Oh, yeah, he gets... Poor guy gets, like, ragdolled through the air. This happens a few times in this episode.
Yep.
Tyler, unmorphed, has things happen to him that would not just kill a person, but, like, dismember them.
Yep.
Like, they would be in many, many pieces, and he just sort of shakes it off.
Yeah.
So the other Rangers don't know where Tyler is. They're back at the command center.
Yep.
And their instinct is to go try and find Tyler.
Shelby's particularly.
Yeah.
I don't care that much.
But Keeper is like, no, you guys got to be responsible.
We'll look for Tyler.
Yeah, Kendall and I will be on that. You guys head over and try and track down that E-Tracer.
Yep.
And that's what happens.
So Tyler wakes up, morphs.
Yep.
Well, actually, what he does is he jumps over a fence, morphs, lands on the motorcycle that he summoned,
Yep.
and then just rides off in one motion.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
It's cool. It's needlessly showy.
Oh, absolutely. There's not even anyone there for him to show off to.
No. Like, this show is needlessly showy at the best of times, but for some reason when motorcycles are involved, the needlessly showy ometer just sort of goes off the charts.
I think that's just the impact of motorcycles. That's just a thing that motorcycles do.
And look, that's not a complaint. It's great. It's just interesting.
Yeah, so in the city, Duplicon has got these, like, giant metal hands
Yeah.
that he presses over Vivek's heads.
Yeah.
And they become, like, Ranger heads.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense, but whatever.
That's fine.
That's the show.
I do like the idea that he's sort of like forging them, almost like sort of baking them into a shape.
Yep. So Fury's there, and Fury's like, right, let's wait, and when the Red Ranger comes, we'll destroy them all.
Yep.
And Duplicon's like, no, Poisandra's in charge this time, and she said we're going to take him out now, so we take him out now. Fury gets very upset.
He gets furious, I would say.
He destroys a statue.
Yeah.
But conveniently, it's a statue that's designed with, like, cuts at horizontal angles all the way up it.
Yeah.
And he just destroys it along one of those cuts.
Very clean.
So reassembling it is just going to be, like, super glue. He's very civically minded when he's taking his aggression out. It's quite nice.
Well, Michael, it would be unfair to sort of destroy public work like that.
No, that's fair. I understand that. I should mention at this point, we have seen Tyler's dad now in a photo, and he's not, like, a character that we know.
No.
Which, fine, to be expected, probably.
He's
but
not Keeper.
It's worth mentioning that he's not, like, a past Ranger or someone who you're going to go, oh, it's Tyler's dad, and holy shit, that guy's Tyler's dad.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
No problems.
Not surprising in the slightest, to be honest.
No, not particularly. So the real Rangers come down.
Yep.
and then they see the Clone Rangers running towards them, and some Vivics running from behind them, which is cleverly like a ploy to distract them all so they don't know which is which.
Yep. And there's an incredible beat where Chase sees his copy and goes, "Hey, I look pretty good."
He's a piece of shit. I love it.
Yeah, he's a great character.
Yeah, he is. Now, this sounds like a pretty good plan. Distract them so they don't know which ones the clones are. They'll fight each other. We can destroy them. It lasts about 10 seconds. Chase just shoots everyone except the real Rangers.
Yeah.
In like a great slow motion panning tracking shot.
Oh, it's an amazing sequence.
Yeah.
And it looks brutal because the like effects of the guns, like it really looks like they're explosive.
It's in slow motion enough that the hits feel like hits still.
And the way he's whipping around, it looks like he's out of control, except he's being incredibly precise.
Yep.
It's great.
It's a really good sequence.
Awesome. Yep.
I don't know if it's undercut or improved by the next bit where they go, how did you know which ones were not us? And he put little flowers in everyone's belts at some point.
There's no question, Michael. Improved, definitely.
I love the thought that he'd been carrying those flowers with him since like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And then when everyone morphed, as soon as he saw other Rangers, he was like, okay, got a solution, quick.
Or he just likes bedazzling people with flowers.
That's better. That's so much better. He had no idea that they were going to fight other clone Rangers.
Yeah.
He just went, you guys would all look pretty if you had flowers in your belts. No, that's absolutely what happened.
Yeah.
No question about it.
Chase is amazing. He does incredible physical feats in this episode. Plus, he's incredibly entertaining. He might be my favourite Ranger of this season.
Yeah, he's definitely near the top of the list.
It's a hard call, because they're all pretty great, but it's just a great beat.
So, Tyler's riding into the city.
Yeah.
He gets in contact via his Iron Man overlay with Kendall and says, I got attacked by Clone Rangers. And she's like, yeah, Clone Rangers already been taken care of. Dude, keep up. Come on. Then he gets attacked by lasers coming out of nowhere.
Oh, lasers.
He does lots of spins on his motorcycle.
Yeah.
So Fury's decided that if he can't get the E-Tracer and take out the Power Rangers, he could take out the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
And then that's, something.
I've got to say, the level of quality of the American footage, way up.
Yeah.
Like, just the motorcycle stunts and stuff like that, it doesn't look hokey.
Yep.
It's crazy impressive.
Yeah, I mean, to the point where I don't know, that could have been Japanese footage, or it may not have. I genuinely don't know.
Yeah.
So Tyler's knocked off his motorcycle and unmorphed. Fury's there.
Yeah.
And we get what I'm calling a Goldar fight, which is a fight where someone should really be stronger than the unmorphed human, but they're equally matched because otherwise it'd be no fun.
I don't understand, and this is a recurring theme, why they don't morph in these situations.
Sure.
Like, he can morph, as we've seen, very, very quickly. He doesn't have to go through the whole sequence. Why would you not do that?
So that we can see his face.
Yeah, I understand.
It's cooler. There is something cooler about seeing a dude do it than seeing a dude in a suit do it.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sort of torn because at the same time it's distracting enough that it takes away from...
Sure.
Especially when the guy's got a sword.
He does have a sword.
Yeah.
And Tyler doesn't even instantly get his sword out either. No. He gets his sword out later.
Yeah.
So they have a bit of a fight. There's some pretty cool flips and kicks and shit.
Yeah, once again, for American footage, really solid.
Yeah.
He really goes to town on Fury in a very acrobatic fashion. It's very impressive.
Until Fury grabs Tyler's bracelet off his wrist.
Yeah.
And so Fury's like, I should have known you were his son with those pathetic fighting skills. Shit like that. So that makes Tyler very angry. Actor's not quite pulling off angry.
No, it's more frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really seems like he's just too nice a guy
Almost,
to ever be angry.
it? He can't quite push to rage.
Yeah.
I think part of the problem is that they keep giving him dialogue when he's angry, and it would be more effective if he was just
smouldering,
punching the shit out of him instead.
Yeah.
But it's angry enough.
Yeah.
It's angry enough for this show. So he beats the shit out of him. There's a great bit where Fury ends up on top of a car and he stabs the car with his sword and the car just explodes.
Yeah, that, like, again, from American footage, they trash a car.
Yeah.
That's great.
A car!
Yeah.
The budget of Megaforce couldn't afford a single car.
Yeah.
No, it's great. But so, back at the ranch,
Yep.
the Rangers are trying to fight Duplicon.
Yep.
Duplicon's trying to make more alternate Rangers. And also he's doing a thing where he's just constantly attacking.
Yep.
Coda's got his shield up, and he manages to, like, break through the attack. But they can't beat Duplicon without the Dino Spike.
Yeah, Duplicon seems to have almost like a cow brand.
Yeah.
That he uses to make energy blasts.
I guess his thing is just hot bits of metal.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
It's a weird gimmick, but
I'll take it.
sure.
Yeah. And it has a very cool energy feel to it when Coda is sort of holding back those blasts with his shield. It really gives it a sense of weight, I
Yeah.
guess, that I quite like.
Yeah. But so they can't beat Duplicon without the Dino Spike, and they can't summon the Dino Spike without Tyler.
Yeah.
But Tyler's over getting some answers. So Tyler's got Fury just on the ground. Admittedly, Fury is still holding his sword, and I'd have taken care of that first.
Yeah.
But so, anyway, Fury says, your father was, at which point he gets the worst text message notification ever, which is, we need you to stop doing whatever you're doing. Fury gets the upper hand because Tyler's distracted, knocks Tyler back like into a car door that slams shut.
He knocks him and then slashes him across the chest with his sword.
It doesn't do any damage.
No, like what should happen is that all of Tyler's organs end up on the floor.
At least I'd have liked for his shirt to slice
Yeah.
open. To be like, it was incredibly close and he just missed. But anyway.
It's like, it was bizarre. It really plays as if now you don't have to worry about Fury's sword. It'll just knock you around.
It is just a nerf
Yeah.
weapon. So, Tyler is like, crumpled against a car. Fury is about to kill him. When? You want to explain what happens?
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't understand it, so it's hard to explain. But like a weird gold goop starts pouring out of Fury.
Yep.
And it seems to be fighting him for control.
Yep.
I mean, we might as well sort of get this out of the way now. My weird feeling is that the Gold Ranger is inside of Fury somehow.
Okay. I have an idea what's going on based on stuff that I've read about Kyoryuger.
Right.
So I don't want to say what's going on based on my understanding.
Okay.
Because that will spoil it, and I think it'll be better if you find out with the show.
Yep.
But, yeah, certainly there's a gold-coloured energy coming out of his chest, stopping him from killing Tyler.
Now, Fury was around in, like, the distant past, wasn't he?
Yeah, he arrived with Keeper.
Right. Okay, because this seems to me like somehow Tyler's dad got turned into Fury.
No, certainly that didn't happen.
Okay, yeah.
Because otherwise Tyler's dad is 65 million years old.
Yeah. Okay.
And remember that discussion we had about how long 65 million years is?
Yeah,
It's a
lot.
long time.
Many years.
So, I mean, you could certainly... But then he'd have had to become not Fury
Yeah.
to be Tyler's dad for, 15 years. And then become Fury again.
That'd be complicated. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. It definitely seems Gold Ranger related, at least.
So, are you thinking then that the Gold Ranger is Tyler's dad?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But I don't know.
All right. It's an interesting theory.
Thank you.
And certainly is, based on what we've seen so far, not impossible.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Tyler runs away. Doesn't stop to find out what the gold glowy energy is.
No. He has to get back in, get to the other Rangers so they can use the Dino Spike.
Yeah, so he does that. They do that. They destroy Duplicon.
Yeah. Dino Spike's still pretty cool.
Yeah. So they turn around, and conveniently, Poisandra is up on a ledge.
Yeah.
With the E-Tracer. And they're, figuring out how to use it. So they go, right, well, let's go up there and stop them. Sledge from space goes, no, you're not going to destroy my girlfriend. Magna Beam. So Duplicon grows to giant size, at which point he says, I can clone giants now. It's great.
That should be on a t-shirt. That's a good quote.
I'm going to make a note for that. That's going to be our first Ranger Danger t-shirt, I think. I can clone giants now.
So he's big, and his first instinct is to, in fact, clone a giant. So he gets some of the Vivics to form one of their big Vivix monsters.
That's good. We haven't seen that in a while.
No, it is cool. And he uses his sort of big pancake hands to turn that big Vivix into a clone of Fury.
Yep.
Which Fury doesn't like.
No.
Because he's one of a kind, y'all. And, like, it's just, it's a very specific choice, I guess.
Yes. I was kind of expecting another him,
Yeah.
but another Fury makes sense.
Or a giant ranger, because they've done that before.
Yeah, that would have also been alright.
Yeah. But no, so it's Giant Fury. Giant Fury stabs at the Power Rangers on the ground. They roll out of the way, and Rexy appears on this fucking Rexy. I can't believe I'm saying Rexy. God damn it. The T-Rex Megazord appears. Tyler seems happy to see it. And they form a Megazord.
Yep, they do. It's just the standard blue, pink, red Megazord.
Yep.
This week, the Black and Green Rangers are automatically inside it.
Yeah.
Despite several weeks ago there being a whole thing about how they needed a thing.
Yeah.
It's interesting that the standard Megazord is only 3 of their Zords.
Yeah, it is interesting. But I understand that they don't want to set a precedent where all the Megazords could be together at the same time. So at some point they'll have 10.
Yeah,
and that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. I hope when there's 10 that they're like 2 separate Megazords.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Like the Gold Ranger maybe is the base of one of them.
Or 3 even. Like you could have 3.
Yeah, 3 and 3 and 4 or something like that. That would be good.
Yeah.
Especially because so many of the... Like we've got 4 or 5 Zords now that are interchangeable arms.
Yeah.
If the Gold Ranger Zord as well could become a body,
Yeah.
then that would be...
You could switch them around.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I guess we'll see. So, they're being attacked from both sides, and they need some way to get out of it. So, Kendall messages them, Dino Charger 17. It's the fart charger, Matt. So, you guys know how the T-Rex sword, like, swivels and becomes the shoulders of the Megazord. That means one of the ends is the tail.
The butt.
And
the butt
technically the butt.
I just...
Matt's shaking his head, guys. He's so upset.
It's just such pandering to kids, and it really undermines the show, in my view.
Yes, certainly. But you know what? I bet 8-year-olds love it.
Some of them. I would have hated it at 8 years old.
Yeah, probably.
But, like, and I think even characters like Kendall's like, oh, release the toxic dino gases. And
She's trying very hard to
Yeah.
be like, no, it's science gas.
Yeah. And then Mother Ranger's like,
I think it's Chase.
yeah. So, oh, so it's a fart gas? I just, they could have had it happen and kept it at Kendall saying toxic dinosaur gas. Kids would have gotten it. You wouldn't have to, like, really just lean into the fart, you know?
That's so angry. Oh boy. I kind of hope now that every monster from here on out is destroyed with the fart gas attack. Just because it'll make you explode. Oh boy. So they do that. They get the Fury one. He transforms back into a Vivix when they bop him on the head.
No, they bop him on the head and then get the drill and drill straight through him. Like, it's so brutal. There's no time getting a fast-spinning drill and thrusting it through the torso of a creature is never going to be horrific.
No.
It's
Great. I love it. Especially after the fart. It's so completely just...
tonally dissonant.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. I love this show so
fart,
much.
beat, evisceration is what happens.
That's the rules.
Yeah.
So then they do their special attack. Oh, they get the...
Ankylosaur back.
Yep.
As I was saying earlier, it's just weird that Ankylosaur is a thing they can just call on now whenever.
Yep.
But,
they knock Duplicon away. He explodes.
Yep.
I should have made a copy of me, he says.
That's a pretty
great.
spot-on final line.
Yeah, good monster.
Yeah.
Right. So now we're back being small again.
Yep.
Or I guess regular size. So they're about to use the E-Tracer, the bad guys, to find the gold Zord.
Yep.
But before they can do that,
Or so before poor Sandra is able to do it, Fury turns up and steals the E-Tracer. And poor Sandra is quite rightly like, hey, that's stupid. Fury's going to be really angry at you for this. Sledge is going to be really angry at you for this.
Yep.
And Fury says, nuh-uh, he's going to love me for it. He actually uses the word love.
Yeah, he does.
It's weird.
It's just... I don't know how I feel about them not being quite on the same side. Like, it's interesting.
I like that aspect of it. I think it's just played in a really weird way.
Yeah.
But, what are you going to do?
Yeah, because they're not, like, different factions.
No.
They all live in the same spaceship.
Spacehouse.
They just... Yeah, the spacehouse. Good, yeah. They just all disagree on stuff and, like, fight with each other, often physically.
Yeah.
So, basically, as Fury's walking away, Chase has to snipe the E-Tracer because it's better that it be destroyed than it be in the bad guy's hands.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know why he doesn't just shoot Fury in the head and then they can run up there and get the E-Tracer.
That'd be good too. Before it's destroyed by Chase's great shot, which is pretty cool because he shoots it between bars.
Yep.
It's a cool shot. Fury actually gets to look at the coordinates of where the gold Zord is.
Yep.
But it kind of seems like he didn't memorize it because he gets really frustrated when it explodes.
Yep.
But it hits the ground, and then
I don't know how he didn't memorize it. I know it was like 39.6 north and I think 116 west.
Because you're a numbers nerd.
Well, I kind of thought, man, the location of that thing will be pretty important.
Yeah.
Also, I was going to look it up to see if it was in like Islamabad or something dumb again.
Michael, Islamabad's not dumb. That's racist.
If I can be perfectly honest, I could not point to Islamabad on a map. I'm not even entirely certain that it's a real place.
So the E-Tracer hits the ground. At that point, Fury realizes that the Charger is still intact. So he takes it out, shows it very clearly to the Rangers so they know...
Suck it, nerds.
Yeah. That he's going to be able to use it to control the Gold Zord. And then he books.
Man, I have a question.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, two of the Rangers working together built the E-Tracer.
Yeah.
Couldn't they make another one?
Well, maybe they can't make two of the Charger.
Sure, but like they could use it for the other 4 Zords.
Yeah, that's true. Or maybe they will. Who knows?
I hope they do, because otherwise it seems silly to write it off just because your first one got destroyed.
Maybe they're just so disheartened by it. It was so much work.
All right, we'll go back to hunting manually like archaeologists.
Yeah. Next scene, they're back at the command center.
I have a question about the command center.
Yeah.
We've seen how you get in.
Yeah.
There's a slide. It leads you in through a mouth into a thing.
Yeah.
How do they get out?
You have to run up the side.
I really hope that's how you get out.
Did you ever do that as a kid?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I think I was always very bad at it.
Yeah. I was pretty good. You can run up sides. Yeah, they just have to, really, really work at it.
I can't imagine it's an ideal... Because,
No, but they're Power Rangers. They have to be at the height of physical fitness.
That's fair. I hope there's just a rope or something at least that they can hold on to.
No.
No? Okay.
Because it helps train your balance. You have to be able to be running hard enough to run up this slope, but also maintain your sort of control and not fall over and slide back down.
Sure, but how valuable a skill is that?
They have to run up shit all the time.
When was the last time they ran up shit?
They run up hills.
I can run up a hill.
But if you're running up a hill and then you fall over and roll back down the hill, you're going to feel very silly.
That's certainly a true sentence. But anyway...
I'm pretty sure there was a bit... Didn't Tyler run up the T-Rex Zord at some point or something?
Maybe. Yeah, because then he got shot out of its mouth.
Yeah,
and then shot a thing.
Look at that.
That was good. Can he do that again?
He had to practice that shit.
He didn't, because he'd been a Power Ranger for about 3 minutes. But anyway.
Well, he probably had his own slide at home.
Oh, okay.
And he was thankful that when he got to the command center, he had that there, so he didn't have to,
very convenient.
Get a moving truck and move his slide in.
Alright, so basically, they're going to win because teamwork.
Yep.
That's more or less all there is to it.
Yeah.